The cavern seems vast, even endless. Yet scientists tell us that somewhere, even now, there is sunlight. Welcome to Undervale. The Undervale Tourism Board's Visitable Undervale campaign has kicked off, with posters encouraging folks to take their family on a scenery-filled jaunt through the trails of Neon Canyon. Their slogan, "The view is literally glowing." Posters will be placed at guard stations and hot dog stands in nearby towns, along with promotional giveaways of hot cats and punch cards. And now, the news. Have our listeners seen the depression cloud that has been moving in from Holland? Well, old Shambles, you know, the farmer, he has seen it over the western ridge this morning. He said he would have thought it was the glowing rocks of waterfall if it wasn't for its location. Apparently the cloud cries various blues, perhaps changing from observer to observer, although all report low whimperings as it draws near. One death has already been attributed to the depression cloud, but listeners, it's probably nothing. If we had to shut down the town for every mysterious event that has at least one death attributed to it, we'd have no time to do anything, right? That's what the rail guards are saying, and I agree. Although, I would not go as far as to endorse their suggestion of running up to the cloud, shrieking and waving your appendages, just to see what it does. Nagarek, and I remind you, this is that monster with a huge and clownish face with the horns. As announced, he found some disturbing evidence concerning the recent event over at the Undertale post office, which has been sealed off by the king since the great screaming was heard a few weeks ago. He said using his ancient clown magics, he slipped through the king's security into the post office and observed all the letters and packages that had been thrown around, as though, by a whirlwind, that there was a heavy stench of a miasma of dust. Words written in the dust on the wall said, "More to come, and soon." Can you believe this guy? Use clown magics. What a joke. Here's something odd. There's a dog covering the men's bathroom at the radio station here. He seems to be happy and healthy, although he's floating 4 feet off the ground next to the sink. He doesn't seem to be able to move from his current hover spot. If you pet him, he wags his tail, and he'll lick your face just like a normal dog if you get close enough. Unlike a normal dog, he seems to radiate a soft powder-like substance, which we here at the station have taken to calling it dog residue, and seems to coat every nearby surface within a spherical area. Fortunately, he's right by the sink, and it's easy to leave him water and food where he can get it. It's nice to have a station pet. Wish it wasn't trapped in a hovering prison in the men's bathroom. But listen, no pet is perfect. It becomes perfect when you learn to accept it for what it is. And now, a message from our sponsors. I took a walk in the cool water, wavy grass overgrown. Above me, in glowing rocks, I saw a sour taste of unripened crab apples, and a smell I could not place or escape. I remembered the times I could escape. I remembered other smells. An echo flower wilted like a wounded animal. The world spun like it had lost control. Concentrate on only breathing. Let go of ideas you had about nutrition and alarm clocks. I took a walk in the cool water, wavy grass overgrown, and above me, in the glowing rocks, I saw this message brought to you by Temmy Flakes, now in blue flavor. The King, in cooperation with the Royal Guardsmen from a vague yet menacing agency, is asking all citizens to stop by the Undervale Elementary School Gymnasium tonight at 7 for a brief questionnaire about the mysterious sightings that definitely no one saw, and strange thoughts that in no way occurred to anyone, because all of us are normal. And to be otherwise would make us outcasts from our own community. Remember, if you see something, say nothing, and drink to forget. The Scouts of Undervale have announced some slight changes in their hierarchy, which will now be the following: Worker Scout, Scout Scout, Altered Scout, Enhanced Scout, Odd Scout, Transmuted Scout, Anti-Scout, Rainbow Scout, and finally, Cosmic Scout. As always, signups are automatic and random, so please keep an eye out for a scarlet envelope that will let you know if your son has been chosen for the process. This is probably nothing, listeners, but Old Shambles, you know, the farmer, he reports the depression cloud is directly over Old Undervale and appears to be raining large tears upon the ground. It also appears to be raining headphones, top hats, names, among other things. Fortunately, everything that hits the ground becomes water. So, the Undervale Waterworks Department has said that it would be a snap to clean everything up. They just have to be collected and tossed into the never-ending well in Echo Flowers Gardens. So, if that's the worst the depression cloud has for us, so just bring along a strong umbrella, capable of handling lots of harmful tears, up to, say, 13 pounds. More on the depression cloud as it continues to crawl its way across our skies. And hey, here's a tip. Take your kids out and use the cloud's constantly mutating blues. Teach him or her the names of the shades of blue. It's fun, and it shows him real-life applications of learning. An alert has just been handed to me. The Royal Guard is searching for a fugitive group named the Diver Troop, who have escaped custody last night following a 6:33 p.m. arrest. The troop is described as 5 humans, approximately 10 feet tall, all with green eyes, and each one weighing about 200 pounds. And they are suspected of conspiracy against the crown. The Diver Troop was trying to cross a checkpoint into the castle yesterday. The Royal Guardsmen became suspicious when they allegedly gave them fake identification for an 8-foot monster troop named the Ringlead Troop. After discerning that the Ringlead Troop was not actually a group of 5 humans, the Royal Guardsmen searched the Diver Troop's belongings. Representatives from a local civil rights organization that protested that the guards have no legal grounds to search the belongings, but they see their point when reminded by the Royal Guards that our backwards court system will uphold any old authoritarian rule made up on the fly by unsupervised spirit-carrying heroes of a monarchy government. The Royal Guards say the Diver group escaped custody by screaming profanities from their shortest human, and he was last seen flying and shrieking over the Hotland lava cliffs. The Royal Guard are asking for tips leading to the arrest of the Diver group. They remind you, if seen, they should not be approached, as they are literally a 5-person human group. Contact the Royal Guard if you have any information. Ask for Officer Clove. Alpha Tipser will earn 1 good citizen punch card. Collect 3 punch cards, and you'll get free Nice Cream for a year. And remember, no one does Nice Cream like Mr. Nice Cream. No one. And now, let's look at our community calendar. Saturday, the Snowden Rawberry will be unknowable. Citizens will forget the existence of the Rawberry from 5 a.m. Saturday morning till 10 p.m. that night. The Rawberry is under a sort of renovation. It is unimportant to know what kind of renovation. Sunday is Dot Day. Remember, orange dots on what you love, blue dots on what you don't. Mixing them up could cause permanent consequences. Monday, Steve Agate is offering trombone lessons in the back of Steve Agate's House of Sound. Of course, the shop burned down years ago, and Steve skipped town immediately after with his insurance money. But he sent word you should bring your instrument to the crumbled ashy shell of where his shop once was, and pretend he is in the darkness teaching you. The price is 5 gold per lesson. payable in advance. Tuesday afternoon, join the Undervale PTA Bake Sale to support Citizens' War Against Humans. All proceeds will go to support the glass cup bomb development and deployment to our above-ground enemies. Wednesday has been canceled due to a scheduling error. And on Thursday, it's a free concert, and that's what it says here. A new call-in for old shambles, you know. The farmer. Seems the depression cloud has doubled in size, enveloping all of Undervale in its weird light and pathetic crying. Small League administration has announced that they're going ahead with their game, although there will be an awning built over the field due to the increased size of the tier shed. I've heard multiple reports that a giant top hat, like the kinds you see on the underground aristocracy, or a cheap knockoff that you see at the local flea market, fell on top of the Little Slime Hush Puppy Emporium. The shop is offering a free puppy to anyone who can figure out how to remove such a vast and unending amounts of tears from above it. The royal guardsmen have taken to shouting questions at the depression cloud, trying to ascertain exactly what it wants. So far, the depression cloud has not answered. The depression cloud does not need to converse with us. It does not feel the way we small monsters feel. It has no need for thoughts or feelings of friendship. The depression cloud simply is. All hail the depression cloud. All hail. And now, followers of the cloud, the weather. Sorry, listeners. I'm not sure what happened in the earlier section of the broadcast. As in, I actually don't remember what happened. I tried playing the tapes back. They're all blank and smell faintly of snails. The depression cloud, meanwhile, has moved on. It is now crying in its spot in the distance, whimpering east to destinations unknown. We may never fully understand, or understand what it is, or understand what it was, or why it dumped tears on our community. But I'm getting a little personal here. That's the essence of life, isn't it? Sometimes you go through what seems like a huge chunk of time, like a mysterious cloud, flooding your entire community, while they're happen to feel like the only thing that matters. And you can hardly imagine there's a world out there that might have something else going on. And then the depression cloud moves on. And you move on. And that event is behind you. And you may find, as time passes on, you remember it less and less. Or absolutely not at all, in my case. And you're left with nothing but a powerful wonder at the fleeting nature of the most important things in your life. And a faint yet pretty smell of gastropods. Dear listeners, here's a list of things. Emotions you don't understand while viewing glowing rocks. Lost pets found. Lost pets unfound. A secret lost pet city on the surface. Trees that see. Restaurants that hear. A void that thinks. A skull face half seen just before you fall asleep. Trembling hands reaching for desperately needed items. Hot dogs. A silence when there should be noise. A noise when there should be silence. Nothing when you want something. Something when you thought there was nothing. Fireproof binder sheets. See-through plastic sheets. Snow coming down its sheets. Night. Rest. Sleep. End. Good night, listeners. Good night. Today's proverb. Monsters are from Ebot. Humans are from everywhere else. The underground is a hallucination. This broadcast is a dream.